Sup traders, traders, let's get into it. Daily chart update. So let's just start by looking at ETH. What do we notice? What do we see? Yo, we are in a severe downtrend. And we might be here, but we also might be here. We might be here, we might be here. It's super late to the game to be like, oh, I think we're gonna short. Like we're so far away from the SMA, but something's wrong with this. And I will say it's possible. I'm not saying it's for sure, but we're talking multi-year cycles where if we look at ETH, let's go ahead and look at ETH over here. ETH waited and it made a higher high. And then it came back, consolidated, waited, and it made a lower high. So it's possible, I'm not saying it's necessarily likely, but it's possible we make a lower low and we go under 800. We go under 800. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, we also look at, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with ETH. I mean, it's trading like it's MySpace, and Facebook came out. It's just been bleeding off for so long. ETH BTC, ETH dominance is at a super low point. Should it bounce from here because it's at a low point? I don't know. Now, if we look at Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin has held up a lot better. And I feel like we'll see higher eventually, but man, it's really struggled at this high. Hasn't gone down that much. Could solo dump? Don't know. But what I do know is we're under this 200 SMA, and the odds are always better for longs when it's over. So it's more like caution and capital preservation. And yeah, it's late to the game, but maybe shorts. So I'm leaving alts alone right now. I would have done well shorting alts this past week, but I didn't. Now let's turn on some indicators. Let's also look under the hood. Now for ETH, if we're just to zoom out, I'm going to turn off the gaps for the minute. Let's turn off the weekly levels and the gaps for now. It seems like we're going to take this low. It seems kind of likely, no? What would it be fair to put the odds at? I would say greater than 50% chance, for sure. Don't know. I mean, I cannot say for sure, but I would say greater than 50% chance we take these. It's super late, and I don't think it's the right place on the chart to be a seller, but it seems like the next leg down is possibly going to happen. Right. Bitcoin looks much stronger, where we don't necessarily need to take this. I mean, we made it not that far from this high. Like this to here is similar from here to here. We're right at the midpoint right now. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the funding rate on ETH. We got negative funding and it gave us a boost, but we immediately went to high positive funding with spot continuing to sell off. I don't know if it's the Ethereum Foundation or what. Open interest replenished. So here comes ETH. Now, Bitcoin, recently it's required negative funding to even put in the smallest bounce. and we don't have negative funding right now. And spot's been selling off. That said, I still like trading into the long side. I've been wrong about this for a while. And I do have a limit order right now, like so, which I'll probably leave. The idea is, let's turn on the gaps now. I'm just trading this gap strategy, this large gap, and we have this significant low. It seems like a fine place to predict a sweep, or at least some kind of a bounce. This one could be. This one also could be, but I want to be cautious about these two because at this point we've gone pretty far down. But I probably would try here, and I would try here too. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't like long right now, so maybe I should move this because it's pretty close, right? And if we're not that close to a bottom happening, maybe I want to be lower. Possibly. Did a good job of not chasing. I mean, in retrospect, it would have been interesting, and this would have been hard to do, but after price started to reverse, just look at, okay, this area right here could make sense for a sell to where the monthly low. I don't know that I love it, but the funding's gone not just positive, but super positive. I kind of want to pull my long based on that or assume for a bigger move. Right, let's do that. Why? Look how, like, the skyrocketing of open interest of volume. I'm going to pull this limit order. It's not out of fear, it's out of price could really move a whole lot lower. Uh, Therefore, I shouldn't have a limit order nearby. Should maybe aim for these two areas. This area. Oh, get me in there. Have no positions. Okay. So, yeah, based on where the Bitcoin chart is right now, I really wouldn't want to be long right here. Well, maybe it might be okay. Look at the funding rate coming down. The predicted funding rate. The idea is this low into this area. Could send us to new highs. These gaps should survive. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let me think about shorts as well. So this is what we call a predictive sweep. Do half a Bitcoin. Limit at 57,137. My stop loss is going to be 55,832. Okay, let's stay with that. It's a reasonable survivable risk. I just feel like if price starts to move up here, there's so many good places to TP. But it should just go maybe. I'm also gonna leave this one. I want to focus on the 4-hour gaps. And it's right under this weekly low as well. In this. So we'll also do 54. 54,136 at 52,696. Okay. Have these two set. Now, I think that I'm gonna have limit. I'm gonna try to have limit shorts on ETH. So let's do this. Saying, hey, we're not. Say here would be interesting, but it's also like I would want it to be keep structure. I think the daily gaps is the most promising area selling in here. However, if it just clears it by a little bit, It's gone. Right, this is so far away though, like a 15% rally. I don't know that I need to really think about that. Wait, maybe there's a closer trade. It's not just a gap. There needs to be a gap above liquidity. Would I want to short so close? Maybe. I would say yeah. So let's try this. 61, so it's going to be 80. So 10 would even be too much. I want to do like 5. Yeah, selling in daily gaps. Super late to be a shorter, but here we are. A limit at 2361, 5 ETH with a stop at 2441. And I would aim for price to take the next one. Should be around 2073. Okay. 400. Let's do it. I know price can go much higher, but yeah, the idea of might be bad. That Bitcoin open entrance is pretty sensitive actually. That drop seemed to bring it down. So I almost want to risk more on this. But I could also just look to add on to it. To add on to it. So here we are. Hope you find it useful. Happy trading. Much love. Peace.